Hello again. Today we are talking about the Pythagorean Theorem. Okay? So we've learned about legs and hypotenuse of a right triangle. And did you know that there is a formula that you can use to find the lengths of a third side of a right triangle if you know two legs or a leg and a hypotenuse? So we have a triangle here, and if I know the length of A, and if I know the length of B, I can find the length of C. Or if I know the length of C, and I know the length of B, I can find the length of A. Or if I know the lengths of A and C, I can find the length of B. And that formula is what is called the Pythagorean Theorem, okay? Which looks like this. So in a right triangle, if we take the length of A and square it, and then we take the length of B and square it, and we add those together, they will equal the length of our hypotenuse squared. And what that'll look like is this. Let's say A is 3 and B is 4. Let's figure out what C is. Well, A squared would be 3 squared plus B squared, so that'll be 4 squared, and that equals C squared. Well, 3 squared is 9, because 3 times 3 is 9, plus 4 squared, which is 16, because 4 times 4 is 16. So that's going to equal C squared. Well, now I add 9 plus 16, and that's 25, equals C squared. So now what I need to do is I will take the square root of both sides. And what's the square root of 25? Well, the square root of 25 is 5, so C equals 5. So the length of our hypotenuse is 5. So let's say we have this triangle here where our legs are 5 and 12. Notice that these are the two sides that are on either side of the right angle, okay? So those are our legs. And C is the hypotenuse. So we'll always call the small one A. I like to call the small one A and the next smallest one B. Okay, so we'll say 5 squared plus 12 squared equals C squared. So 5 squared is 25 plus 12 squared, which is 144, equals C squared. 25 plus 144 is 169, and that equals C squared. Now, C is not 169, but if I take the square root of both sides, C is equal to the square root of 169, which is 13. So C is equal to 13 inches. So here I have a triangle, and my legs are 8 meters, so we'll call that A, and 12 meters, and we'll call that B. So B equals 12 meters, and A equals 8 meters. Notice that they are the ones that are on either side of the right angle, and I need to find C. So A is 8, so I'll say 8 squared plus 12 squared is equal to C squared. Well, 8 squared is 64 plus 144 equals C squared. Well, 64 plus 144 is 208, which is equal to C squared. So I will take the square root of both sides. And I do not know the square root of 208, so we'll say C is equal to the square root of 208. But I can factor 208, so let's find the factors of 208. So I will divide that by 1, so I'll have 1 and 208, 2 and 104. Do you know the square root of either of those? Yeah, me neither. And we can do 4 times 52. Well, I know the square root of 4, so we're getting there. So we have 8 times 26 and 13 times 16. All right, so it looks like 16 is one of our factors. So I can say that c is equal to the square root of 16 times the square root of 13. And I know the square root of 16. So c is equal to 4 times the square root of 13. And that's going to be labeled meters. So c is equal to 4 square root of 13 meters. And that is how you use the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of c in a right triangle. Hope that helps.